It is too, we wanted to. Level up! You are now level 22 and 25 skill points this one. Excellent. While we're doing that, we're going to actually look to see... Wait for this last piece to come out. Craft this pick. And then let's look at our skills. I thought there was one. Tools, concrete mixing, we don't need that right now. Workbench, we don't need that right now. Toolsmithing. Repair time, repair amount, that's repair. Construction tools, block damage, harvest faster. That's all that is. Mining tools, no. I thought toolsmithing was the one that gave you faster upgrades. Decrease repair penalties and get more from repair kits. Gain skill by crafting and repair items from this group. See, repair time down 40. I thought that's what this is. And so you get faster repair time the higher this is. Now we're still wanting that minor 69. Let's buy. What do we have here? 60. What is our skill? 57. Let's buy. We're gonna get this tonight. So let's buy 15 in here. And then we will craft another wrench. I mean, 4 of these. Sorry, I should just hit 4, but this works too. We'll craft another wrench. You'll see the wrench should be a lot higher. I mean, it won't be exponentially higher, but let's see here. Let's see here. Craft a wrench. I think our pickaxe is done. Yep. Do we have? Let's pick up these frames. Watch what this comes out as. 439. That's pretty good. And let's also test this theory out. So I think you can smelt them. Let's watch what it comes. Probably comes out of iron. Yep, it did. So now let's go down. We need to get stone. Let's come down and get some stone and really work on our 2 hits. Yes! Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I think I hit 2 different spots there. 1, 2. Yes, I did. Okay. Love the 2-hit system. In fact, I like it because it reduces the whatever the spot that you hit by 1, and you can make different ramps out of it like that. So you can make a incline slope a little bit nicer to walk up, and it will only take 1 hit to destroy it, but sometimes it's helpful when you want to build ramps or different things up. Once you get your mining skill up and your mining tools up high enough, it's 1 hit kill. So sometimes you'll want to switch to something that requires 2 hits if you want to shape or sculpt in a way the materials the way you want them to. But for now, I place sod down and I'll shape it that way and do my own ramps that way. Love sod. It's a very strong material. After you place it, you can pick it up again if you need to rearrange or not. But after it dries, I think it's like a 30-second dry time or maybe a minute dry time. I can't remember exactly. Actually, we can look it up to see here. Let's see sod. It allows some time to dry, doesn't say. Yeah, so it's after it dries, it's solid. It's in place. You can't pick it up anymore. But after that first lay down, if you put something down, it doesn't sit right. Oh, that doesn't look right. Then you can pick it back up so you don't waste the material. Not that typically waste. Like you can dig it and it will give you the fertile soil back, but it doesn't give you the plant fibers back. So you do lose about 50% of what it costs to make it. Level 2 miner tools, level 59. I love it. Slowly getting there. Once we hit level 60, we'll see. So those have each of these blocks have 500 health. When I hit it, 319 of the health goes away. So that's way more than half. Obviously 250 is half. And that looks like there's even more coming out of it. Wow, okay. Anyways, so lots coming out of it. And then once we hit level 60, we'll upgrade that miner 69er perk and see how much it changes. Probably won't change too much, but it'll probably change by 10%, since that's what the skill does each time. kind of fantastic. But that should at least bring it down to a health of 130, I would think. So it's 10% each time, then that'd be an additional 10% of 500 would be 50. So bring it down to 130, or doing 360 damage per instant. If my math calculation is right, or if the game's calculation can do math, or if the game can do math, or maybe my math calculation is wrong. Maybe I'm not remembering how to do that. All right, let's do this. 969er, got it. 140, 360 damage. Look at that. The game and proving also I know how to do math. So that's good news. I like to see when I know how to do stuff. Now we got plenty more rocks in our inventory. We will go into crafting. We got 1,000 some odd. Let's just start crafting that cobblestone. Max 1,600. Hey, why not? Let's just craft the max right now. Shoot for the moon, right? Let's just craft as much as we can. So it's 1,600. It's 169 of those blocks that we can upgrade. I think that will be a good amount to actually upgrade everything out there. We'll also throw down the last of the cobblestone stuff. Hopefully we can take less hits on the repairs, but for tonight we're just gonna keep mining a bunch of cobblestone. We should also probably dig down because we want to get iron. We are getting 2 iron from every one of these finished hits. If you notice in the lower right, we can see all the stuff that we're crafting and then the stone that we're gathering as well. I don't know if I mentioned a lot of things that are essential at the beginning of the game, but one thing that I really try to look for is the mining helmet that I have on now, because once you get down here, it's hard to place a torch on a wall and then you're like, oh, I need to mine there, so you have to pick it up, and then it goes dark and it's not in your hand. So it kind of gets frustrating at times, but mining helmets make everything better. They currently don't run out of battery. I say that because I keep joking. I want to email them and be like, hey, you know, your mining helmets are pretty OP right now, and I mean, it's really easy to craft a torch and candle from tallow or whatnot, but I keep joking that I think they're going to upgrade it so that way their mining helmets run out of batteries or something. You have to charge them some way, or you have to find batteries. So maybe they'll add into the game. I don't know. But as of right now, I think that the mining helmets always being on, never dimming, nothing, no recharge, I think that's a little overpowered, but very helpful when mining. If you're not mining for materials, you're going to down in the earth at least. You can use your pickaxe up on the outside land and whatnot for things. But this is truly the fastest and most efficient way to get materials that you need. Obviously, I'm harvesting a lot of stone right now, but we need stone. And hold on one second. Sorry about that. Sorry. Not that you're really going to notice because I'm going to edit it, but I had a package at the door, so I ran and had to sign. Anyways, not sure what I was talking about. I think I was talking about this being the most efficient way to mine your resources through the ground. It also raises your mining skills, raises your level faster. Once you get into later levels of mining, you start to raise the level every time you raise your mining level because it takes so much to raise your mining level. However, you will need to find other ways to raise your level if you're going to depend on mining exclusively to raise your level, because that's going to end real quick. I'm currently on my multiplayer like, oh, what do I need to do to raise my level? I don't know. Well, there's many categories that you can up. Mining is just one of them. So if you're stuck on mining, if you're stuck on you've done a lot of mining, you're 100% on that because it's max level for any one category is 100. Then move on to a different category. You know, miscellaneous crafting. Oh, my miscellaneous crafting right now is 55, as we can just as we just saw. So that's one thing that will go pretty fast too. However, your weaponsmithing, you can make gunpowder, which takes a lot of gunpowder to make a lot of things. So crafting a lot of that's your weaponsmithing. That will get your weapons skill up, and you don't have to buy as much. You can buy skill points in your tools, however, that doesn't really raise your overall level by buying them. And so find different ways to raise your level other than just using your mining. Obviously, if you want to play this game for more than 7 days, you definitely need to find other ways to raise your level. However, for the first 7 days, as you can tell, mining will help provide you with plenty of experience for leveling up your character. We'll start looking at some of those other categories as well before the night's up, so that way we can kind of see how we need to prepare for day 7. We'll obviously need to craft bolts. We'll need a lot more. I'd say about 150 to 200 bolts, depending on your aim. And obviously, because if you're playing with yourself or by yourself, you won't need a lot of bolts because you're not going to face a couple people's hordes. However, you are going to face a pretty strong horde, so you'll want to make sure you are well supplied with ammo. Otherwise, you're going to have to rely on your traps to kill your zombies, and that can or will not go well. Will or will not go well. Can or cannot. No, yeah, I think it's will or will not go well, depending. I definitely depended on my traps at one point, and they destroyed almost all but like 3 spikes around my whole building. But I did eventually kill them, so I mainly just didn't want to drop down and start using melee weapons on the zombies. A, because I don't like dying, and so I didn't want to risk my life to go down and kill a couple of zombies that were left. And B, it was nighttime, and I didn't know if there was going to be a second horde to come, or if Gamer Zombie was going to pass by and call in a horde, which calls in another. Not like a horde, but, you know, a group of zombies. And then you end up down in your base of traps trying to navigate through them. And as I mentioned before, I could probably make my bases a lot better, a lot more player friendly. I need to learn the pathing of the zombies a little bit more. It seems that you can put down cobblestone frames, and they kind of ignore them. They kind of just still take a beeline path the fastest to you. Like, shortest distance, not fastest, because if they took the fastest to you, they would jump up on the cobblestone frames and run across the traps, but the zombies don't seem to have that intelligence, as far as I can tell. So, unless, you know, those cobblestone frames are right in between you and the zombies, then they'll jump up on them. But for the most part, I've seen zombies just walk right into traps, as long as the traps are between you and the zombie. So it's kind of cool to see. That's where the tower defense aspect comes into the game, where you can probably build some sort of maze or something that that the zombies have to kind of figure out how to get through. However, the pathing system is knowing, like in traditional tower defense games, if there's a space and they can walk through it, then they'll typically walk through it. Because these zombies, they don't seem to do that. They seem to just take that beeline shortest path. So if the shortest path is plowing through a bunch of your traps, or, you know, plowing through just your walkway or whatnot, then they'll just plow right through. They'll do that first, and it boggles my mind a bit. It's like, I understand zombies don't have a brain, but maybe that's probably what the designers intended. Like, zombies don't have brains. They don't think. They see it, they want it, they go for it. So it's kind of a different take on a tower defense. And, you know, I've seen a lot more zombie films now. Obviously, in the past 10 years, we've had a generation of people creating zombie films and whatnot, where zombies are smart. They think, they plan, they whatever. Think of like I Am Legend, where they even set up the trap for him and whatnot. Here in this game, they're very elementary zombies. They don't think too much. So, I mean, there's the special zombies. They're scary. They can figure out ways. The walker zombies, they're really tall. They're tall. They're like three spaces high. They can jump up on top of. Like basically, they get on top of zombie and they can jump up walls. And it's crazy. That's another thing we need to build. We need to build a lip around the outside. I need to remember that. We need to build a lip around the outside of our base on the top, because that's where we're going to be. We're going to be sitting on the top of the base. Actually, we can do that. I think we got plenty of mining under our belt. Especially, let's see our iron count. Kind of low on the iron count. I like more iron. And I'm kind of trying to get down to a point where it's not stone anymore. Where we actually see iron, because some of these materials, this is lead here. Looks like it's lead. This looks like iron. Nope, it's still lead. There's iron. Yeah, 37 iron. That's another thing, trying to figure out what is iron, what's not, what's materials, what's not. You kind of dig through. There's some iron. Oh, come on. Where is it sitting? I'm trying to figure out where that material is sitting. So sometimes you see it leak through, but oh, it was leaking through from behind the stone. So you gotta figure out exactly. Oh, there's the iron. That's coal. More coal. There's some iron. But trying to figure out how these pieces. I did say I like the way the shape is, the diamond shape, but at times it can be frustrating. So I just want the iron. Tell me where it is. You seem to hit it. Everything else but the iron. So figuring out how the lay of this game it works is a huge part of the game. So there's some iron there. Let's see if we can get to it. No, not there. See? Still trying to figure it out. There's some lead. There's the iron. Let's see where it is, though. No, not that one. None of those, huh? I don't like digging up this low. I gotta tell you that. And that's something that's kind of scary. It's like, how far can I dig up before everything just falls on me? Although it would take a lot to make everything above fall on me. That's for sure. Man, that looked like a piece of iron. Now I'm starting to get into that dirt area, so I don't want to dig up too much more. Nope, lead. This looks like iron. There we go, there's some iron. There's some iron. There we go. Found an iron vein, I like that. Now we're dropping it on the ground, which is fine. We'll drop some on the ground. There we go. Get all this iron. Okay. Now that we've collected a bunch of iron, we don't need lead right now. That's one thing we don't need. So. Oh, I picked it back up. There we go. Hitting R will move everything closer to you, one shake at a time, and eventually they all just fly into your inventory. So there's some iron. Alrighty. Well, now we got a good 1,300 iron. That was quick. Those wolf or those dog noises are just part of the game noise, but I have found that if you go outside when you hear those dog noises, dogs sometimes spawn. So try not to go outside during the night. I don't like dogs, as you guys all know. This is kind of bothering me. I don't know if it's bothering you guys. Let's test this out. How many it hits? Still 6. Okay. Alright. You think the repair time went down, but it doesn't look like it. Let's look in our skills here. Tools. Toolsmithing. Repair time. 55% now, 55%. It was at 40, 10% less, but it's not showing any. I don't think that's repair though. That's more. That's upgrade. Oh, that's day 6. Alright guys. We will start day 7 with a bang. Ciao.